Hi everyone. I'm going to stop trying to name parts of my videos so it'll just be posted that way. Um, First of all, it's just stunning as I have been talking about Jacob's trouble. Jerusalem's been on fire the last few days. Here's a couple pictures of it. Um, and what I want to do now with this video is sort of introduce. I'm going to do a reading from the Annals of the World. And this might be the only secular historical account that I may use. Time will tell. Um, but I treated myself to this book. It was first published in October 2003, and I got the second printing in December 2003. It's copywritten that year by Larry and Marion Pierce. And I'm going to get into a little bit of the editor's preface here in a minute. But this book was authored by James Ussher. And who was he? Um, in March 21st, 1656, Bishop James Ussher died. He studied the Bible and other works to produce a chronology of human history. He estimated that God created the world in 4004 BC. He also predicted the end of the world would be November 4th, 1996. Well, he missed that one, at least if we're all on the same timeline. Here's from Wikipedia. Who was he? Born in 1581, died in 1656. He was an Anglican archbishop of in Ireland and vice provost at Trinity College of Dublin. Um, but this book is his claim to fame. Um, and here's a chart of, you know, to lay out all his research. Now, history is not all that reliable, but this goes back a ways, and we have, in retrospect, we know Jerusalem was destroyed, you know, and if the dates are accurate, it was destroyed in 70 AD. And this is kind of the introduction to the next video where I'll read a portion of this book as a secular account of what was going on in Jerusalem when it was sacked. Now, I could not find online the editor's preface, although I'll provide links to the text itself. There's some PDF files, and I'll provide the link. But what I want to do is read a little bit from the editor's preface, and you could decide if this is trustworthy or not, but it's looks pretty accurate to me, at least what I've been reading. Okay, um, let's see. This is, let me check again. This is the Pierces, Mr. and Mrs. Pierce. What are their names? Larry and Marion. Um, made the major made the first major English revision that has been done of Reverend Archbishop Archer's Annals of the World since it was published in 1658, 2 years after his death. In January of 97, Answers in Genesis obtained photocopies of the 1650 through 1654 Latin copy and the 1658 English copy for us to examine. Ussher is ridiculed by Sciolus, and they put a definition there, superficial pretender of knowledge. Okay, so there's a disclaimer. Or they didn't want his history out. Take your pick. Um, or, It's up to you. Anyway, and we suggested it might be good to republish this old classic since very few people have actually seen what he wrote. We set to work. My wife Marian typed in the whole English document. It was impossible to scan, and I started to edit it. An early review prompted the classic comment, I cannot understand this old English. The horrible thought crossed my mind that the whole document would have to be extensively revised. That was done. We updated the English and checked and updated over 10,000 footnotes against the Loeb Classical Library. I'm going to pause just for a second. I saw that the footnotes in the hard paper copy of mine was more extensive than the PDF. Okay, we carefully checked the text against the most ancient sources and Ussher's Latin copy to verify the accuracy of what was being said. My wife read it aloud 3 times while we both amended the English. Over 4 years later, we finished the task and turned the work over to the publisher for final proofing. And, for the rest of the video, um, I'm going to show some slides of Ussher himself, uh, some artwork from the when Jerusalem was destroyed. So that's it from me for today, and you have a good day.